gotta be thankful because I know someone lost their life today. And so every moment I endeavor to live life the righteous way, to serve with a sense of purpose and let love light the way. Even if I die today, that's just the price I pay. Just know I try to be kind and seek the divine every night and day. Gratitude for the sunrise, gratitude for the sunshine, gratitude for the moonlight. Every day feels like a new life, especially when I meditate. Take a breath and then I elevate. Everything deserves gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude.
I'm working on my vision board again. I feel like I didn't quite make I didn't quite make one for 2021 yet. I did sit down and I bought this course that was called like Soul Board or something. I really can't think of the name of it, but I bought this course like way back in the beginning of the year, and I went on a whole Zoom meet and I like sat down to create this sort of space on paper that I can visually look at. And I feel like I love the concept of what we did, but I'm not quite sure that in the time frame that was allotted, and then in the time that I spent on it, like, let me know. I'm not saying that I blame this on the course whatsoever. I loved it. It was absolutely wonderful, but I do vision board a lot, and I sort of have a way that I do mine, and I like to really just be kind of like intuitively led to the different things that I find. And for me, I find that I always constantly cut out words. I feel like the words speak to me more so than the pictures. While I like to have some pictures, and some pictures really do resonate, and I do cut out some pictures when they pop up and I'm like, ooh, yes, I have to have this. But for the most part, I feel like when I flip through the magazines, I'm always called and directed to specific words, and then I cut them out, and then from there I go forth and I put those words into spaces on my boards. And I feel like when I read them throughout the year, and even beyond just the year itself, I'm always able to sort of, I don't know, find different messages within the wording every time I look at it. Whether I read it exactly as I taped it or glued it down, or whether I sort of, am called to different words on the board that day that create a message for me. But for me, the words really resonate and matter. So, I am finishing up working on that. I had to run to the Dollar Tree because I didn't have a foam board this time, and I tried to take the backing out of like an existing frame that I had with a vision board in it already, but it seemed like it started to tear, and I like to keep all of my boards, so I'm just gonna leave that one in the frame, leave it alone, start fresh and start new. So I also don't have any more magazines. Like me, the freaking magazine queen, has thousands of magazines, and they're still at the California house in the garage. So that being said, I used the magazines that I had available to me, and I kind of feel like I'm not done. I'm gonna start laying some stuff down on this board, but I feel at this point like I'm not complete with the stuff that I cut out. I don't feel like I really cut out anything like regarding my business sort of intentions or goals and things like that. And so I don't know, but I had like Bon Appetit magazines, so I didn't really have magazines that are like gonna cover like business stuff or have really that kind of wording in it. So I may have to print some stuff off the internet and use it as a filler. So we'll see. I am currently listening to some Londrell, really enjoying his like meditation music, and it's been like a cool little vibe that I have. Got a little bit of grown-up juice in my cup, and yeah, I'm gonna continue to do this. We did just come out of the full moon in Virgo, and so a lot of people were saying that this was a call to really like get organized and really like get grounded, get scheduling together. Like if you're in business, like really like set up your plans and just, set yourself up well, pretty much. And we've discussed that before in this space about setting yourself up well and having what you need, or being organized, being prepared, having things in order, right? So I definitely have been feeling called back to that space, especially because we moved, and now that we've been here for a little bit, it's time to like settle into real routines. And I still feel like at this point we have none, and it's been driving me absolutely batshit crazy. So that being said, the first place for me to start is really by just getting the goals and the intentions all laid out in front of me. Like, what am I even striving for this year? And who cares that it's February? Who cares that it's March tomorrow? Because tomorrow's the first day of March. Spring is approaching, and it's the time for things to bloom. So also too, if you're watching this, I encourage you, if you haven't really sat down and thought about like your intentions or what you want this year, or really anything, now is a great time to do that, because when the spring energy gets here, things are going to start blooming. The seeds that you plant right now are going to begin to bloom throughout the spring and summer. Like, that's the time for movement. Those are the seasons for movement and quick movement. So if you haven't done that, do it. I'm doing it, and I'm going to get back to it. I picked up these little leaves from the Dollar Tree, and the moment I saw them, I was like, I want to make some pens. So you guys remember like floral pens, how they have like the really pretty flowers at the top? Like, I want to make some little plant pens. Some floral tape. And I've got some tape for my board. I think I'm going to tape and not glue this time. I couldn't find any, for some reason I didn't see any stick glue at the Dollar Tree. I don't know where the stick glue is that I use in the house, so I think I'm just going to use tape this go around. And then I grabbed some push pins because I don't have any more, but also too, I have a board in my closet and it already has some stuff on it from before, but I do want to be able to pin some new things up there since they're just able to come down with the pen. So I got push pins for that. And then all of this stuff, like, this is another day, another dollar. But these are like literally old notebooks full of just notes. This is all stuff from like pool parties back when my business was Peculiar Dance and Fitness. Like, literally, this stuff is so old. Like my flaunt book for classes. This is like my Fly Lady stuff. From like way back in the day when I was like seriously following the Fly Lady. I did not play games, okay? Like, all of the cleaning that I used to do literally started here. So, what is this? We have like a meal plan. Look at this, like weekly meal planning. Meals we love. I remember creating this and writing all this down to make meal planning and grocery shopping and all of that easy. So I guess I pulled this out for a reason, probably, huh? Because this is back when my life was organized. Look at this, like our bill planner and bill payments, personal budgets. Like, this is, look at this, 2015. These when things were like really organized. Look at, I had this for the kids, like what they were gonna do after school and before school and what zones. It was nuts. And then this is all like, oh my goodness, my birth chart. And notes, more notes, like all these ideas that just never made it past the paper. And I feel like in 2021, we aren't playing these games no more. Like, all of this stuff is getting ready to go from the paper to, like, this is ridiculous. All this knowledge is sitting in notebooks. When I wrote the Cultivate book, or created the workbook, whatever it was. It was a workbook. It was a workbook. Basically like a vision board workbook. Look at this. I mean, this is gold. Maybe we should do this. let me know if you guys would be interested in like going through this Cultivate book. Like I can devote like a video to each one of these pages. That might be a really good series. Anywho. Well, I'm going to make a pen at some point and get to placing stuff on this board. Okay, so I pretty much have everything that I had on my little rug all laid out across the board, so that is going to be that. I'm going to go ahead and tape all of this down, and then hopefully in the next couple of days I can find a few more magazines that have a little bit more things that call to me that I can fill in some of the blank spaces with. But in the meantime, I like it. I'm satisfied with how it turns out. I love what the wording represents to me and how I go about reading it and how many different ways and different messages I think I'll be able to get out of it as the year progresses. So I am excited about that. I also hooked up my pen, and yeah, so overall, great day. Thank you guys for joining me and for hanging out with me on this self-care Sunday while I put together my 2021 vision board, and I will catch you guys in my next video.